And I'm very thankful to agriinformation.com for the opportunity given. And today I am going to talk about how we have to do a GPS survey. This is again very specific to drip irrigation. So I'll move my next slide. Is it moved?
No, sir. You are in the still in the.
Yeah,
now it is. Moved,
yeah,
sir.
sorry for the delay.
That's okay.
So let us understand what is a GPS. A GPS in the simplest of the terms is a global positioning system. This was developed by the United States Department of the Defense as a reliable measure for accurate navigation. Like all of us are using Ola, Uber, we book an Ola or Uber. How does the taxi come exactly to your house? So it is basically that you have a network of active satellites that are orbiting around the Earth. Generally, they are orbiting at a high altitude of around 12,500 miles. So GPS satellites will go around the Earth twice a day and they will be transmitting signals. So as you can see from the sketch, you will need minimum 3 satellites to triangulate a point. Triangulation means if you want to make a point of intersection, you need to have at least 3 points that is going to actually pinpoint that area on the location. So that is how sometimes we will make a mistake. We would have booked in an Ola or an Uber, we would have pressed a point, and then you will find that the auto or the taxi would have come some 20-30 meters away. What would have happened was we have not given sufficient time for the signal from your mobile to go to this satellite which is at 12,500 miles. So that is what is the problem. So next time when you can try this trick when you want to do a GPS thing, that is you're going for an Uber or an Ola, just wait for a few minutes, you settle down the accuracy to 2 to 3 meters, and then you book. You will find that the auto or the taxi will come exactly to the location. So similarly, this is how the global positioning system works. So the receivers are that your mobile itself is a receiver, and we are now specifically going to talk about how it is going to be used in the survey of a drip irrigation system. So how does the GPS work? Using GPS system, you can exactly determine where are you, what is the speed at which you are traveling, what is the time of the day. You can use it 24 hours a day and 365 days a year for any weather condition anywhere in the world. So that is the great thing about GPS. You must have noticed any weather location you are able to get your point. So these GPS receivers, one more important thing that you have to keep in mind, they are line of sight instruments. What is the meaning of that? The receiver should be facing the surface of on the top, it should face the sky. So for optimum performance, if you want your instrument to work, you must ensure that the instrument is facing the sky. And once you buy the Garmin instrument that I'm going to talk about, it is totally free. It's only one-time cost, and after which there is no annual subscription fees or no SIM card fees, nothing is there. So really, if you look at this, so what is the GPS helping you out? It is giving answer to the following questions. Where am I? How do I get there? How fast am I going? Where should I be? Where did I go last time? Am I going on the right track? So you are able to track the entire thing on a Garmin Jeep tracks, and it can be very convenient. Next, you will have to understand how accurate are these instruments. That means the point at which you are actually there, and when you have the instrument, what is the level of accuracy? So the level of accuracy will depend upon the type of instrument that you have. Typically, the accuracy is around plus or minus 15 meters. That means from where you are standing and the point that is actually being located by the satellite, there could be a difference of plus or minus 15 meters. But if the satellite connectivity is very good and you are in a location, the accuracy will also go up to 4 to 5 meters. So it depends on the location of the place and how many satellites are going to help you to triangulate. So this is an example where this is a 5 meter. And as now what is happening, the new generation of the GPS receivers, the accuracy has gone down even up to 1 to 2 meters. So you will be able to get exactly pinpoint the location. So here the most important point is when you switch on your instrument, you must wait. You can see over here, are you able to see the satellites? All the small fellows are the satellites over there. And it is giving you the location, okay, north and west, your latitude and longitude is clearly pinpointed. And below you are seeing the graphs. That is actually it's telling you what is the strength of the signal from each of those satellites. So you will have to wait for about 30 seconds to 1 minute so that you are able to see these satellites. Once the satellites are clearly seen, then whatever survey you do after that is going to be accurate. So this is one very important point. Please keep in mind, when I switch on the instrument, I should see minimum 3 satellites so that the triangulation happens correctly. And now let us look at the instrument. The instrument is a very simple instrument, doesn't cost you more than 7 or 8,000 rupees. It has got very handy buttons, and today with everybody using smartphones, anyone can take it. You can take it for a trek, you can do it for a survey. Very simple keys are there. It has got the zoom keys, you have the back stick, you have a small joystick. If you have played with video games, it's very simple. And you can see the behind the panel, it just takes only 2 pen touch cells. The AA cells, you have to just take it. It's very simple, and you can carry it. It's hardly the size of not even a big mobile, half of the bigger mobile. So you can just carry it around with you, put it in your pocket or hang it on a chain, and then you can walk around and carry out the survey. So just to give you a little more how it looks, so basically you can see the track over there, and the buttons are there. The first button is basically the power button, and then the center is the joystick, that is the main control. So whenever you want to click any point, so that center stick will help you on that. Then you have the back button. When you want to go from one menu to another menu, you will have to use the back button. And by zooming in and zooming out, which all of you are aware, you would like to see closer of the trail, how the survey, whether it is you want a more accurate thing, you can zoom in or zoom out, and the menu button is there for the various options. So this is basically the panel of the instrument. So how should we carry out a GPS survey? So GPS survey, I am going to specifically talk about a drip irrigation survey. So like I have been talking from the beginning, that drip irrigation is the need of the hour, and farmers have to adopt drip irrigation for the water conservation and application of fertilizers. So the basic first step that you need to do is to carry out a survey. And the survey that will be carried out with this Garmin instrument, and we can do survey by 2 methods. The instrument, you have 2 methods. One is the waypoint method, and then you have the area calculation method. So let us now look at the waypoint method. The waypoint method is nothing but that basically on the boundary of the plot, you are going to mark the points. So it's a waypoint. That means on the way, any critical point that you feel, you will have to mark it. So how do you do it? You just open up your instrument, and then you will have to click upon the point that you require. So you walk around the entire plot. I will explain to you with the help of a drawing also. And you go there and minute you have selected the point, the instrument automatically assigns a number. It gives a 3-digit number, 001. You can even go and change that, customize. Suppose you want to make it as, suppose this is a survey number 1, you can make it as 001. No problem. You can change and once you have done that, it is giving you the location of the point exactly, and what is the elevation of that particular point from the mean sea level, even that is done. So once you have clicked on a point, then you have to just automatically press the button, done. So automatically the point gets logged into your instrument. And once you have completed the survey, there is a software which is being provided by Garmin, and that is the map source software. So whatever you have surveyed can be taken into the Garmin, from the Garmin into the map source software, and from the map source you can transfer it on to either AutoCAD or any of the CAD softwares by which you can do the drawing. The other method, the earlier method which was there, was only you are marking the points. The second method has another advantage is, not only are you going to mark the points, the minute you complete the survey, you are even going to get the area. So this is very popular today, is to go for the area calculation method. The steps are very simple. You go to the main menu, you can see over there the button, and you have to select the option of area calculation, as I pointed out the arrow. And then you go, if there are any track is there, you clear it up, and you just click on the area manager, and then you click on the start button, and then you start walking around the periphery of the plot. Once you start walking around the periphery of the plot, wherever you have a change in direction, you have to click the point. So walk around the perimeter, and if you want to see the progress, you can either zoom in or zoom out. You will see a series of points which will start appearing, and automatically in the area method, the points will get joined by lines. So that means you can also at the same time, okay, is my shape of the land coinciding with what I'm surveying? So integrity of the track also will get automatically maintained. And the minute you come to the starting point, suppose you started at one point, you go around the field and come back to the starting point, and then when you just press on the button calculate, the entire area gets calculated. For example, in this particular plot, when we walked around the perimeter, straight away it gave you the area. For example, it is showing the area is 0.085 acres. there is an option given by Garmin that you can even change the area to either square meters or you want to go for it in hectares or acres as it is seen over here. So this is one more additional option that you have. Most important thing after you carry out a survey is ensure that you save the track. You must save the track so that the page will open and allow you can rename the track. It's very important that because when you start doing a number of surveys, please have a good filing system. So you go and, okay, this is track number. I would recommend that you take the farmer, for example, farmer X or farmer Y. So you put the name of the farmer so that the date automatically comes in, but the identification of the farmer will be easy for you to track later. So and then you could always go back to the main menu. And once you click on the track manager, you can go and see whatever you have done earlier surveys, that is called the archived files. You can always go and check on that. So that becomes very, very easy. Now to understand this, I am just now showing you with an example. Now this is a plot which is very much irregular in shape and I have to carry out the survey. So I started with waypoint number 1. Then I started walking slowly along this thing. And then I came to waypoint 2. At waypoint 2, I will click the first waypoint. Why I am doing that? Because there is a change in direction. Then I came to waypoint 3. Then I come to waypoint 4. Why did I stop at waypoint 4? I am seeing that I have a water source or a borewell over here for which I have to locate this, because for my drip irrigation system, I need a water source. So therefore, I will go from waypoint number 4 to waypoint number 5. And from waypoint number 5, keep in mind, come back to waypoint number 6. That means you have tracked the first borewell. Then you go to waypoint number 7. And then similarly, you walk along. Whenever there is a change in direction, please keep flipping and you will get all the waypoints. So similarly over here in waypoint number 2 also, waypoint number 9, waypoint number 10. And then once you complete the survey, you will come back to the gate. So you have got the entire track located along. Because this is a GPS instrument, it would have captured the elevation. And if you have used the second method, you are automatically going to get even the area of the entire plot that you have surveyed. So in a matter of say half an hour, otherwise what you would have done, you would have had to take the tape, count the number of tapes, measure it. You can make a lot of mistakes. But here what happens is the minute you complete the survey, you can click and check the area and ask your farmer, sir, I have surveyed your land. The area is coming to say 2.5 acres. Is it okay? So immediately he will also, yes, sir, the area, the shape is also fine. Everything is fine. So it is a very convenient way of carrying out a survey. Now, when we do the survey, there are some common mistakes that we tend to make. For example, I have just given you a small example. We started from 1 and then we went into 2. Then we came to waypoint number 3. We came to waypoint number 4. And waypoint number 5, I wanted to track the borewell, which is there in waypoint number, which is there in waypoint number 6. So here what happens? So automatically I have to get back to waypoint number 7. Otherwise, what will happen if I don't do that and directly from waypoint number 6, if I go to waypoint number 7, then what is going to happen? The thing is going to get definitely it is going to get, the area is going to get omitted. So you will find that the area got omitted over here. So this is the very important thing that you have to keep in mind, that once you go to waypoint number 5, come to waypoint number 6, don't directly go from 6 to 7. Go back, retrace your path onto the periphery of the thing. Otherwise, you are going to lose this area. So this is one common mistake that generally is being made. Now, what are the precautions you have to carry out, that you have to take care when you're going to do a GPS survey? First and foremost is always when you go for a GPS survey, it consumes power, and ensure that the battery is fully charged. And always carry additional 2 cells in your survey bag. Because after doing a survey halfway through, if you find that the battery power has gone down, then what will happen is the survey points will not be accurately located. So it's always better to keep additional 2 cells. And second, which I already told you, whenever you go and switch on the instrument, kindly wait for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, so that when you want to, you will be able to see at least 3 satellites for the triangulation to happen. So that is very important to check for the satellite single. And also, it is a good practice that the farmer has been in the field for a very long time. So he knows the shape of the land. So it is a good practice. You can even take what is the approximate shape of the land that is going to be surveyed. So that will also very much help. Now, when we go for the survey, what are the additional data that you have to collect? Okay, you have got the border, you have got the dimensions, you have got the elevation, but then you need to do the survey completely. So you have to carry a survey sheet. which typically you will have to record, okay, what type of a crop it is, whether it's a vegetable crop, whether it is a fruit crop, or it's a field crop. You will note down that. And the standard thing is that particularly for an inline drip irrigation system, like when you are going to use it for a closed space crop like vegetable or sugarcane, then you need to mark the row direction, because we need to know in which direction that the lines are going to be run. And also it is good practice to note down what is the crop and what is the variety of the crop. And also when we go there, we must check the type of the soil. So hand test can be used. You can take up the soil in your hand, and if the soil sticks to your hand fully, that it's a clay soil. But if it is partially sticking into your hand, it is a loamy soil. And if it doesn't stick to your hand, it is going to be a sandy soil, or lateritic soil is in particular areas. Next important point that you have to take is the plant to plant spacing and the row to row spacing. And if any intercrop is there, that also you have to take. Now for the drip irrigation system to work, we need a water source. So water source detail collection is also very important. That is point number 6. Observe whether it is an open well or a tube well. Tube well is nothing but a bore well, and whether you are going to supply the water from a tank or from a river. So that is very important. And along with the water source, also note down what is the outlet size, because I have to put a filter. So I need to know what is the outlet size. And also it is very good practice to measure the discharge by the volumetric method. What is the meaning of volumetric method? So in the farm, usually there will be a barrel. For example, I'm telling there is a 200-liter blue color barrel available. And you allow the motor to run for about 15-20 minutes till the water stabilizes. When the discharge is coming constant at that point of time, for example, if a 200-liter took 50 seconds to fill up, that means 200 divided by 50 is 4 liters per second. This 4 liters per second is the discharge which you observed when you had gone on that particular day. If you have gone at the fag end of the summer season, you can take that value as it is. But if you have gone during any other time of the day, as a safety precaution, because water tables will deplete, there will be fluctuating water table, there will be voltage fluctuation, you can factor it by 80%. That means you can take only, for the design purpose, you can take 80% of that value, that is 3.2 liters per second. Also, it is very important to look at the water quality, whether the water has got silt, whether it has got algae or other, because different types of filters are available for the filtration arrangement. So you have to take care of the filtration very carefully. And it's a good practice to take a 1 liter sample of the water source and send it to a lab. It is not going to cost you much. When you send it to the lab, you can do a water analysis, and so that the filters can be provided. So you will have to check the major parameters like total dissolved salts, electrical conductivity, calcium, magnesium, iron salts, decide on the acid treatment, and also note down the sketch of the land. And once you have completed the topographic survey, you can transfer it by using the XML file, either the Google Earth or AutoCAD. So this is how we carry out the survey with the GAN. One important suggestion I would like to give all the field people who are going to carry out the survey, kindly go to the survey when the power is available, because you can actually measure the discharge and the water available, that is in real time. So that is very important, so that for whatever calculation we did on the water that is going to be available, so you have to do that reading at least once or twice minimum. And if you are not having a barrel, in which case you might have to go for a bucket. If you do the measurement, volume measurement with the bucket, then it is better you do it 2 or 3 times and take the average time that it took to fill the bucket. So this again, I am just showing you how this is actually the survey of the land, and the yellow color points are actually the boundary. So those are the waypoints, how it has been surveyed. Once it has been surveyed, then it has to be transferred by a program called map source. So with the help of the map source, I'm able to make out the drawing of the entire area. So this is the transfer. Even this software is provided along with the instrument. So it's very easy. Once you have done it, then you can go out with the network of the pipeline, how the laterals are going to be there, how the entire area is going to be there. So this entire thing can be calculated. So just to summarize and for easy understanding, I'm going to show you this step-by-step procedure in the form of photographs. So let us look at the first photograph. So this is the Etrex 10 Garmin instrument. You press the light key, okay? Then immediately you are seeing the option waypoint. So you press the light key, and then the system is on. Then after that, please look at your thing. See, the battery is full and the GPS signal is there. So that means you can start your survey now. After that, kindly check the satellite towers. So that is very important. After 1 minute, wait for proper network. So make sure that when the marking of the network, marking of the waypoints is done correctly, you go and then start the survey over there. So this is how very easy. check for the power should be full, and also the points are very clearly located. And once you have clicked on the waypoints, then you can go, and the button on the top, you just have to, the joystick, you just have to press it once. Automatically in the bottom, it will show you that the waypoint is covered. So this is how you are completing the survey. Once you have completed the survey, now you must be wondering, how do I transfer this entire data? So there are two types of surveys which I already told you. One, you can do it by the area method, or one you can go by the waypoint method. So this part of it I've already explained to you. So it's very simple and you can carry it out. You can see a number of satellites in the survey are there. So the survey will be fairly accurate. Now to transfer the data from the instrument, a very simple, useful device which is available now in the market is the OTG port, which all of you know, which is on to go port. You can easily obtain it in a mobile shop, or you can buy it online. You can transfer any kind of data from your mobile instrument, from the Garmin instrument into the mobile. You just have to put this port. So once you put it, automatically the survey can be transferred. Even if you don't have a laptop or you don't have a desktop, just with the help of your mobile, you will be able to very easily transfer the data. And once you have transferred the data, you can share the data via WhatsApp or any or by email. You can directly transfer the waypoints to your design engineer who will carry out the design. So this is a sketch how we are able to send the OTG. This is the OTG point, and from the OTG point we have the USB cable. The instrument is connected. It has become so simple that just you need to have your mobile and you need to have the Garmin instrument, and directly you can transfer it. And once you have transferred it, next you will have to locate where is your file. So you click on, automatically the folder is created. The Garmin USB drive has been connected. You will get this message on the screen. Once the message has come on the screen, then you know you have to open the Garmin folder. In the Garmin folder, it is very important you go to the GPX folder. So you have to go and look for the GPX folder, and the GPX folder you will have your track. So from the GPX folder, you select the particular track. There are a number of tracks over here. So select on the particular date, which waypoint survey you have done it. You can take it and share the survey waypoint. Automatically the share option will come. You can share this entire survey either by WhatsApp or by email to your farmer, so that to your design engineer who will take care of the design. Also, there is another easy option today available in the Google Play Store. You can all try, you can go to Google Play Store and use this app called GPS Field Measure, and automatically whatever I have told you with the Garmin instrument, but the accuracy will be a little bit less, but it is all right. We have checked both with this and the Garmin, but the Garmin instrument gives a fairly accurate, like I told you, the variation of it will be more than 98% accurate. This field measure which is there in your mobile, again, will depend on the kind of accuracy of your mobile instrument. So, but of course, it will give you a fairly, you can get the point. So this is also another option that is available in the Play Store. So your handheld mobile also, but the accuracy will be at the most 90%. So this is the main thing. So this is how you carry out the survey, and by this you will be able to go into the next step, that is the design, which I will be explaining to you in another session. So I hope you have been able to understand this doing the survey. So thank you very much, and we can now open it up for the question and answer session. And it's a very simple thing, but it is very, very convenient. So you can use this Garmin even for a track part of it, or if you're going for a trekking, if you are going for any kind of racing, all that. So it's very, very convenient. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for an informative presentation. I will take up the questions from the participants now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir? Yes, thank you. I'll move on to the questions. The first question is, why is GPS survey important for drip irrigation?
See, the whole basic part of a drip irrigation system is we start from the survey. So if we don't have the area, that we want to know how much area we want to irrigate. So, and then based on the area, I'm going to calculate the quantity of material of the drip irrigation lines and the filter unit and everything. So the survey forms the basic step before we actually carry out a hydraulic design and do the quotation. So you need to have the GPS instrument, makes your job very simple. Otherwise you would have to carry a tape and do it. So that way, when you go, all the data is captured, and along with the GPS instrument, like I told you, you have to carry a survey sheet and all the other important data like crop data and about the field data, and all that can be written down.
Okay, I'll take up the next question, sir. Is GPS survey same as water diviner role for borewell?
No, water diviner, the purpose of a water diviner is to estimate the quantity of water that is there in, for example, you go to a field, he's just going to walk around in the field and he's going to have a, going to check out at which point water is available for you. He is going to do a water divining. Here, survey is basically you are going around the plot and you are getting the dimensions of the plot. You are getting an area measurement there, but the water divining, as they either you do it by like electrical resistivity method, or there are people who are who are gifted with that ability of actually telling you, okay, at these 4 points you have water available below the surface of the earth. So basically there you are actually estimating where the water is available, or locating where the water is available. Whereas a GPS survey, you are going to get the entire boundary of the land as well as the area of the land.
Okay. What is the cost involved in GPS doing the survey?
The cost involved in a GPS survey is one time if you buy the instrument. So basically it is going to cost you a maximum around 7,000 or 8,000 rupees. And once you buy that instrument, the license is lifelong. It is lifelong warranty and lifelong free. So there is no additional cost after that. The other survey cost that is there is only the cost of you visiting the field. So whatever is the transportation cost, maybe if you are traveling some 1,500 or sorry, 500 or 400 kilometers, only that distance you can do it. So really it's only your logistic cost. As such, once you buy the instrument, the survey is only your time. So you can absolutely say it is almost negligible.
Okay. Is doing GPS survey gaining popularity with farmers?
Yeah, GPS survey has become the in thing today, and most farmers are now, like I showed you in the last slide, even though they may not be in a position to buy an instrument, most farmers have started using the apps that are available in the Play Store. Like for example, you have seen, they are fairly accurate, 90% accurate. But if you do it with a GPS instrument, which irrigation companies like Premier Irrigation, when we carry out these surveys, we generally do it because we need a fairly accurate dimension, and so that we can have the elevation also, and so that our pipeline design, the hydraulics is taken care properly.
Okay. Sir, can you please tell us about your own education, career, and business background?
Yeah. My name is Vijay Kumar. Actually, I am working in the field of micro irrigation for the last 32 years. I started my career way back in 1987. Actually, I'm a bachelor in civil engineering with a post-graduation in hydraulics and water management from NIT Surathkal, one of the prestigious institutes in Karnataka. And I have been since then working very closely with farmers, and I've been supporting and guiding farmers, and I've conducted a number of training programs. Maybe I must have trained more than 5,000, 6,000 farmers in the last 32 years. Because teaching is a hobby for me, and I feel that we have a lot of knowledge, and farmers in particular don't know how to use the equipment correctly, and we have to help them out. So that these are very simple systems, and if they also know how to do the survey, they just need to do the survey and send it to the company. We can directly give them an estimate sitting in our office itself. So this is basically about my background. I am basically a civil guy and an MTech in hydraulics and water management.
Okay, that's very nice to hear, sir. Let me check if we have any further questions. I don't see any further questions. We have some participants from your side. If they have any questions, participants, you can unmute your mic and ask your questions if you have any questions. Nobody is unmuting their mics, sir. I think there is no further questions. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I'd like to thank Mr. S. Vijay Kumar for the talk and for answering the questions in detail. I'd like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Okay, thank you very much from
my
side
welcome,
also.
Sir. You're
Thank
welcome,
you
sir.
very much. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.